o mes o ren sa programa Olkeriil ma al selbelau el programa te amo tokubet sel ngoda len kada medenger el Sunday lo hace el coto clol todo en la Ngirmang hacer a Ngirmang de lurior ra dim los toba togor belau lerm asa ul bablu ardila ul babelau mang ngeru club sale do reng serti de masao da togora cloto tel togora klangar gide tigar dile Irene a roadad e antirigid e dalat me ul grogid le tiul bui le adri mang do mesrar dile mral sel siugang rigid lo asia ardil aku ter cloto tel ad ya e kami am tengel waseng ngadalam aku ter cloto tel ardil masal ngalaka aku ter cloto ada adil mal marudre lang aku mesra gal amle engineer tiang el ngoite trigal terul ngas el me bangedre lang mang kuk mot magaleng ngakadim lang butang trir ay kal toy blarul itiga mal gegre dila aku mesetir di ngarinya aku klal kat maklil el togubes el toy la aungil ku bodo dong trir e bodo dong li direk ngila ngal kerbelau ada belau polo tengel waseng ngarang di merti agi de merko e hali de pulngite kemilo sakabam cuya kar me kabam sudah sakote kamo ay sa sakaw katang engal keltang ni kamo mengel wasikidar ada belau se bolong doat e que distat te sugum gora atimal ada mal unda mo dangli e oe endi amo reng sengi naklu sa tingam malum ko natang ng lada sa dia takal kira masada mengkamom sodau morko mereke pura bitang kau kutang at telargi me ngara kamrul
ang ka Meil val Malay Sequeira-Holm ak malagala Pierre Basebs ma tarita Holm yak 20 arigik and I make homemade reef-safe sunscreen and sell them at different stores and gift shops around Palau.
Kangara school niya?
Oo, yak ngara PCC.
Oh, okay. Ika de worko?
Maraming tutawro ko'y nga kang klara Oilai Chilton, akngal gela Chow Chilton, mapaklay tamingil, siya ba nga kuk gikarel cleaning services. Kila siya ba nga ka EOJs, cleaning service in kurang kilala makal backwards. EOJ se Joang kilala mak direct initial sa family name ka ma'am. El angak 19 arigir tak nga na school akti order el ang di sige.
Gamla to da high school.
Na to da high school last year class 2019 ami senti.
Kaung gel adro mingay.
Kung close sister ang
osisa. Okay.
Sulang.
Okay, aware mo daw la le kay Irene mag take over ardit. Embargo harak ngaria sa pas sakal boger mula sen basic. Kam sem ko ado islo se kaul lui argim emrutel business nga school PCC tengal kerbelaw. Ngaraul the swim kaul sirgut ay gele del kot maklop tutel toy raklangar kaw ikil toy gen enra edel maklop tutel toy mo mesil gel tel bolur belaw ma future ni
Better dia mo regel sel got the question regel maklop tutel toy rakali amrani sel last question amal include regel
Jangan dikit bahasa apa dengan selbom bagi satu tas seklot memdasul ni tiap ongal kami Dios
What are the three most important things to you in life?
I think the three most important things would be first my family and also working towards encouraging our youth, empowering them, especially starting their own businesses, and also having that sense of responsibility here in Palau. I know that a lot of us have left and don't come back. So I think it's important that us youth, when we leave, we know we have a responsibility here in Palau, take care of our community, our people. So, yeah.
Okay. Ya harapui kanya kalbera ako suwan eh.
No.
Kabo.
Tekal karo asisil wa Meil. I get 3 most important things. Meranga ka family, of course. We do whatever it takes to help one another and help each other succeed, to be comfortable in life as much as they can. The second thing that would be most important to me is knowing to work hard. Life ada kalbiyot. I've learned that through my experience. After high school, aktimle decided mla 1 year off college. Mang sibi ko laurio, mula siya parang just to get the experience. Ting elangan niya tegi del pandemic kadangan ni elang. Mang ko na mo 2 years. Ak mo take off from school. Ting hopefully sibikan may ka-decision na kan mo school next year, either Ngirmang or sibikan mo off island, somewhere safe. So, kota, family. Second is knowing to work hard. And third, Dios. Dios is another important thing that help us survive during hard times, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yeah, okay. So I give top 3 really important.
Okay. Kadbor silong garo lego was silom das ela sis na sila COVID. Emra la senkyo. Kita emdengel was ngaringia mondara pluat. Tukora geisa matukora tukadal ngareng matukora dia kaureur iga makos ela silbom das ngaraigel this 1 or 2 words igel mundas close to teler el tukora ablur belau el gred albang makamam ruwa kamam as maika iginim lo mes matrigar murtul more obvious o mes singara ela ko starter ka 3 important things for Palau in the future e korkaw.
So, elang 3 important things akong nasul mong malmool ng Palau for the future, especially tagi del time kadang ngaring elang with the tal pandemic, ma-affect sa climate change and more. I think malgire del work together al sa Balul Palau. We cannot keep fighting over nonsensical things and work together, use all of our expertise and differences to really help push Palau forward in terms of food security, jobs, well-being, entertainment. I think we all need to work together because each other Palau are talented in different ways, and we can use them and they can learn from one another. So working together al Balul Palau, top 3. Second, I think maybe second, working with the youths, getting more forward, so towards the future, mangira del our youth, so that they be able to prepare themselves and inherit the future, whatever they're gonna be growing into. Third, I think. Honestly speaking, I think what we really need is to take the time, have fun. Every time I look forward to Palau night market just to a lot of bad news going around. It's the facts though. Sometimes you have to take a step back and enjoy the life that we have here, especially al Balul Palau. The COVID-free, we're still some big wildfires going on here, not like in the States. I think the third is to be able to learn to enjoy your family, Balul Palau.
Ngirmang loger tirgo. Misal inset tirgo adikira youth. Di ko asang loger gamit na si. Ngara ko raw singil mo tirgel older people than you.
Dia ngapel ko malgos. Oi, ngaraw du suge ko mamam wadan mat ko ma. Oi.
Tamis kami wa gel so mi malben.
Kabo.
Expectations.
Ako para top 3 that you think are important for Palau from your perspective, and then you can both answer his question. Older generation.
Okay. So I think my first one would be food security, especially during this pandemic. I believe from the environmental symposium, what was said is if the ships and planes stop coming, we can only provide for ourselves for about 3 months. And that's it.
I see.
So I think it's important.
Siya number 1 ako eh.
Oh, yeah. I think it's important that the adults, our parents, and our families, we try to go back to learning how to plant taro, go in the Masay, teach our young people how to fish, and make that a norm. Eat more local food and support our local vendors. Not really sort of rely on imported food. And my second one would be our education system. Improve our education for our youth. Our Palauan language is losing. We're losing it. Obviously, I'm not really speaking Palauan because, I think it's not really valued in our education system. We're taught in English. Our books are in English. And, we're taught about U.S. history, U.S. government. So I think it's important that we learn more about Palau. Yeah. And then third would be our environment with climate change going on. I know we've passed a few laws regarding protecting our environment, but I think we need to work on enforcing those laws.
Okay, kada bolsa gid question gani garuba galen klol tutrel umesa kumi.
The Lawrence el Karim el Girir Mawatala.
De Algerira no wad. Nrad de swil Gerira al maklulad gamiul agabement turgid ma al eldersel gamiam den terir legal geril mas kamiun din dagal bes kamiu. What do you expect of them? Is that civil man mas kamiu. Malu ben kora diungi la rokulto.
You want to go?
Like Meil said, I guess siyempre then expect our maklol other balul belaw, mga government to pass on traditional knowledge and practices. Ilang kada na mo maalaw tateng warigid dal dil garel angal mar maklol other direkla ala ko na din na Facebook post. So I thinking it's important that tigal maklol other direkla alsis akla ka mamator belaw traditional practices sa ligid, mangloy, malitakla, marulakal. I think that's something that I expect from the older people, maada government to be able to implement al sila family tier, direct via educational systems and even through businesses, tourism, tourism but educational system at least din sigida mal one of the main factors also is aklangal as they grow up.
Maluhil tila sigid el magral o ngral tletay. El asen mo ko nga telo reng sa ka nga ka 70 years old ang ko adori sam ma 40 years old. Bela ka Michael mo ko mga magral el ngar mo klol ad nga government magamamal na mo kran pa ngil kim o nga ngral tletay lagi miskami ate al malu mengal musel mulu trakaigal to how do we do it kam gura o ga kangal ta
I think all we need is just your support and encouragement.
I see.
I had a lot of that when I started my business, and also when I decided to take a year off of school.
I see.
That was really beneficial for me to learn more about what Palau needed and what I was interested in. And another thing that I think our government could do is to set up a program or have a place for young people or anybody to go and do art, do music, encourage that part, because that's not really encouraged here in Palau. We're seeing more and more of our artists, young artists, come up, and I think it's important that we encourage them to develop their skills. And
Kung mga ang loy malitak ma ozunga. Sento sa art.
yeah, like
Kaya the artist.
Maria Basio, so Maria Basio, people walk in, masu like I get loy malitak.
yeah,
Or there kung at sa school, sa school program.
yeah.
Yeah, sa kita school contest, like contest sa high school sa Talalangaloy or Alitak Rebelaw or poetry even.
Yeah.
So I think actually nga
Di mlangi sa kim moral mengar ni school.
Yeah.
Sebab pitra litak mangloy ke ma.
Yeah.
Ngam lamutat sa
Yeah.
question.
my variety show.
You know, nga ka,
Namo excited.
aktive sa luway sa namin, nga ka to candidate ng mura Senate. Kailan nga raad sendar nga, akmot champion na tradisyon ergid, at sa kumak mangil ng mura Senate. It's champion na art. Lekadam lalu serse, hindi ka movement ng milisi ese.
Kanirula hindi
Ya gumda sa kula sing girel, tial Palawan studies nga nila school, a girel mo niya practicum nga.
Yes.
Dia dil nga rapuks. Girel nga niya time at the 12 nga ri omsur Michael Eldadu, mo nga absorb o me se record
I say.
Mal nga niya kamaldile, they have to know what transpire within those Eldadu. Instead rakal na may lumen. You know, there's something behind. I give you a bebira, girel mo, practicum dia di mga tial general Palawan studies, giril mo mrulay kekit. Nagamot champion lagi. Actually, they're in my agenda.
Ila sa igid moral kide ila ka for example daw sa kung mala kung lirang ayaw tiyan no mereka Sunday dia yung larin elang ya adal mo lol diwa igal blakatliar ade selme aden girel oral wasengang ngarangaral kabli ngarangal trungal ke meso seperti al blai mau lemet yang litigil nga sek med nga awal tal ad ka krosel ad nga anaw sringile makmo makklori nga korar al tiga ultimate nga ad ng okasam o nga ngartial tiagida ul mga ngartial nga yaul ngolda kargide makose kagida amral girel hindi ela kami osing mo mesendia ka dia o mo mesendia ka dia ka ngi na school madial dia ka kora obisa ka metal mo guk ngi ti ay gidel teletar osis ak morara o mo meseng india ka ela
Kau era de borai kay gidel to ko rak ibela ka halle ako tur ruba ke budulong I hope ang talibol mo ko mga tateme del ambrani nga maneso kalol ol tirgal teru le tirgang angal karbelaw ako tuluol etam le mo ko rebelaw mal ngal karbelaw Meil Sequeira-Holm mal ngaligela Pierre Sebes Matarita Hall ma Oilai Chilton ngaligela Joe Chilton ma Paklay tamangil. Maneswa ka bolo ngal tirira adal tirgal bukal verbela mas halagi ko konte ka gap year after high school Egim molas malo siobay. Marangi tirga malungil example ng Ngirmang ling apela rangaramong repekla ada ngaringa ready matamasada working hard talent tertir mang repekla ada rangaramong amlaringa armaras makara arangara marangara ser tirga tirgal ngalikel bela el time elangka 20 rigil mga 19 engka 20 arakrir already talo mararendir sel kleibelaw luasen dia kadil school aklo tutalel din direl work ethic at ko ra reor at direl cloud tutalel makmal so nga rekrel belaw direl bolot ng tarit tirgal terun megakre din malungil din amiel maolilay leng kira talo mo al pelul atara belaw esel belaw mal tangara maringel economy makarure el at timer belaw ekatamral kire del support mal kire del oldub ol maseo rawai tir kay kitan mi karel up tal mar al salarandira hard work wasen dia kadit the swadal the employed direct sub your own boss direct self-employed Meil ang yakmal meranga sulit terun May mahal ito mo ra Miel el kora mo ay sulwase gagit ang Ngirmang gukmla kafe rawang kliw makukuk mo ay sulwase ngarang klela small business or ka ngara company name operations or ka ngaram la inspire ka ko mo
Tiagid umururong
mo gadya may kalkaw pamungil selbom mol ultra kla kung bali ka or other sim subir adal magangali la ko miang ara TV di de nga internet selgo pon mare kaya olila ko dangali services and products mo mo sa other sel wase ngara klela shobar kamiu ngara ko mru ngara mla inspire.
Okay. So my business is called the Pura Vida Palau. This is our product. It's reef-safe sunscreen. So this is sunscreen that you can use when you go swim in the ocean. And it won't affect the marine life or the corals there. Oh. I started this after I graduated in 2018. And I've always been passionate about ocean conservation. And so when I learned about what these commercial sunscreens were doing to our reefs, I became really concerned because I was thinking about all the tourists and also locals who were using sunscreen coming to Palau and damaging our reefs. But it was actually my auntie in Hawaii, in Hilo. Her name is Amanda. She told me about a woman making homemade sunscreen in Hawaii and said this would be a good product for our family business, Palauan Made. So our family business, Palauan Made, we make local food products like coconut candy, coconut caramel, stuff like that. So my mom asked if I wanted to work on this as a project for my gap year. So I took it on, I did the research, and I found a recipe online. And with the help of my parents, I ordered the ingredients online, but also used local products like Palauan coconut oil. And when we could, we would also use beeswax from Palau.
Kamdingelo sitem la rulia la al stover seguidel ngraktel sel la modia se dos pering belau. Da ko ngaramo to sper agidel.
Yeah. There was a law passed in January of this year.
Kayam la inspired yalla Ngirmang amang mo ahen.
Dia mahal magwa kasi may lagi gida digas el met mur belau. Digas el lospe.
Yeah.
Bela te gida si lospe.
No.
Oh.
There are no harmful chemicals inside. It's all natural. Yeah. We just use natural oils, beeswax, zinc oxide. That's the active ingredient, which has been proven safe for marine life and corals.
Kahal Google, ngaram ko dos pe ay ka po dos kita ko ka mo dos tel blur bela ora ir almen na mo tel da dos pe magilta. Ngaram ko dos pe ay kal magilta.
To protect you from the sun.
Te amortigar pe le ulat. Ni kita aku brown na dia dos pe dia.
Ngirmang, a climate change is real.
Oo, dia ka mo ko.
Parang makayal da flul avec da meter aquito. Oo, makakita ro where matalgal katilgal gotal gibe amadul.
Oo. Kaya ako mda so ayun na kaya ako madur. Aldan kal kay mala dia so madur dia. Oo So mil gras ta dia kam lodong Olkeriil lia kay ka karakao. Emro study ringil usia irrogul require emla order mala outside mapelaw. Emro ko misil mo mlewa ngaram netelal bui la plan ringi emla ikal kladal mo stat ringi kumle ko experiment to sing uror malo bendia ko.
Yes, I think it might have taken maybe 4 to 5 months before we actually started selling them. So when I made my first batch of sunscreen, I tested it on myself, on my family, and on my teammates on my paddling team. Because we would have practice and it would be sunny and we would need some sunscreen.
Because nga 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, 4 to 5 months. Yeah.
Okay, sel tungura yo sang budget. If you are to amount of those blame spend my time, how much are we talking about?
It's a secret.
No, I mean in terms of like because time also is money. So,
Yeah.
So when you put it, like 5,000, 10,000.
Well, in the first 2 years that we started selling, or no, in the first year we started selling, we made 15,000. Yeah.
Ang karuba ka laogera capital, mang atibok tuloy sa ingin mga kasi di akal marara el alsel marara kasi kada makarang akabalment makita mo klo ang oso tirir kal makita el with capital. Man sabi el Michael so ba tirir startup al mal memory ka tal maran mo. Oo, hindi ako may sa telela o lilal ko ka answer sa gidro si question. Oo, imsel question na sa lang ko ngarang klela kung balir ka o kala amla dulit repeat ngara services and products ngara mla inspire ka.
Sulang elang ang klasyo para nga nga EOJ's cleaning services. Sige lagi nga services lagi mo clean lagi karel blay ma obvious ling elang maldi nga kal clean daka employees nga so I'm the one who puts in my time and effort to do the labor. So akmal di focus sa karel blay ma businesses or office.
Same das kaya reply mo ortol bololo.
Oo.
Oh, okay.
Hindi ang residents.
Commercial anything. As long as anything sip akal handle di nga kal handle. Yeah. So aktinakal osiga adal nga sir nga have nga baby peers nga kal interested in help ding today kal man maasang or ma school so they've open up the talks if you need help they're there to help.
Rates are in case.
Yeah, of course. So till I give them I'll decide. That I'm not a professional in any financial thing, so I'm really just learning through the process. Every time people ask for cleaning service, sige ta ako tel question.
Alam to den wale kurakaw. To den wale kurakaw.
Why say?
Email ta.
Yes, so to odeng one mer nga.
Nga sel den warakaw. Selo den war sumara de la oren se soril ku kospe.
Why say? No, why say? Deng war ka 754134. Ete direkal sa bril more tirigel ngaya asking sa bril message nga Instagram at EOJ sa sigila Instagram page nga sa bril direkal di message nga say.
Iselo po ko laba ngari awakiter ka malo bang soap mangaral mo lang mo clean.
Ako pa gero equipments and more sige del pasyak mo clean na rin.
Di ka ultar lang.
Di nga kaltang reel ang.
Kung kumdengel wa siya ngari antir ka ngarakwang. yung nga siya parang i-clean na awum.
May say.
Spera adra aro mara adra bela.
Oy.
Kung super nga lo bukok tim legal TV 8.
So what inspired me is actually sa sigil tamak na high school. Ak clean na one na office for extra change. Sige da ko raman na inspire mo start a business nga kaling naswa ka expanding. One thing that limited me to expanding a business license. So people would ask, "Ang niya business license ako?" And I would, "Oh no, sorry." So that would stop me from expanding. So I took the first step to get a business license, and then from there, people started spreading the word. Marada ko na di contactor nga, and that's how it's been going. So far, about four places that people constantly morning clean.
Regular.
Yeah, regulars. And not perfect nga ilang, but I've had one or two one-time cleaning throughout the time I've been doing the business.
Mela away Salvador mga kalkukti mo dito blorum mga mamay kalobis ng sa mo ko ay hargal.
Why say months of it? And at the same time, as I said, our peers, mga adam la nga, they can help me. So I'm actually expanding there in that way. So I think I can do much larger spaces, residential, commercial, and also.
Kura di umdas ba? Ako rin sa lo ko yung kalma sa tamang madalami tengariya skulil at yung arpapala adra kapalment kala sa mili ito mas kaalawan sa karapit why ngaram ngiltil mo bro tiang man brigulur ti asel ko tul brigulur
why say actually minglur I chose it because even though ada lang mga sabihin mas allowance that's where our family like my whole family nganya close sister nga nganya mama bilis nga kilal sila apply ting bills ada kalharaw itself gas manamamin ala alu they won't pay for itself syurang everything, so I just wanted to be considerate in mga adabli that at least nga na school I can at least afford at least something for myself, so I don't ask for them. Yeah.
Halugul multa hindi ako selbe bidat time kasi papandal metal ko rala luog mal cellphone nga malungi amin dir nga yingil time malu ko namo independent big multa.
Sometimes, sometimes, because of course they're always there to support me. Yeah. So they haven't cut me off yet, but they're still.
Hindi ka medyo kilometer. Hindi ka medyo kilometer na dalmi.
Why say Ngirmang halid mo ta toucher selling. Arokul ngal karbela mal ko tingel waseng ngaringira randir tiay del du arreng. Mal sabir wasel o mer ko singil lo mesar atrabliri wase makaranga contribute mga kamal di matter tiral teru let masisi abdangir emdangali value ra time maigal ko ka magaralo spe igal temir do something ang regel belaw gukura ditong okla sorry lo mesa TV wase akmal depress ak makarang hello tirakay kita sa bekal waseng tatara example ramatang lisel wase at makamatalak amla sis kaltarire tirakara atrabliri ra kotlo ngilo ngala tamatenge difference ra needs ma wants atrabliri ra na provide needs etira omdas wase ak makarangi ako ka pinga kal contributan mara myself my family nga
ela halguger may ariya Udesuall mo ilak mo di kami ngania ablimil apartment whatever mda multura ada ablimira olidiur malbandlang malbang plungur.
I've definitely thought about it.
Hindi ko ito ka ko Udesuall abin malbang lang. Ela ko mi ko madingel wase gidra ada bela lang ardilak na wa isa kami wase mature early. Sa alam mo meud ela sel kume suwe garangi mai ka sa ala ngara lui mai martin morba etiram na mo ardi la plo ngara tri meti mora lui etiram na mo ko trokle ardel mia dio emergumi di malar ngese mokara ya sa ala wadi o tak matertir kumi kom dengli lo se ida wa se mela ku ger kumi lo se la ku mo mes trigel salwa muklungi classmate kami imla mo ko through right ngaring ya osingi ura ku sal dire ku na mo ko so is bai kai gidel el ku instead of school stata sio partir malu det dia soal momda so sendi kami ardir elawa ise ya sala ya galen di ko mes kami armas ardir mas temlate go veramente gid ma arjases ma ardir am di bral mo majority auror mangara aigal school kami kom da aigal school bela elementary school almost run by women principals mo marjases ela to cortira ardil di mran ardil mo metida mas le club sel del blue am stobel o en artir ma ko se el mo mesas al ngaria ko
Au era pol enser til al, au era pol longer til al, kere Ngirmang hale kluton maltibrenga sulirar ma silbelaul. Dire gal bekarra gal maral ngaring ay kita lo musuban loy kem o mangaus matial lerul sil sel lagaw meeting e masada klaada masyuka nga maroko.
kumlar sel meeting
Akmlar sel lerul sil makpan brenga sulir dire gal kararu ko wasa ko krobo ko belaw mar ersalingal belaw man ti ako klaro lakan friends tin mang di akal ngarang di ungila o monger tial kerang kal wasa ngaraw do sul gidira ko karsal andi so akal mal focus sel do ase tirga nga entrepreneurs tirga o na small businesses tir mang alsal mardileng ang kurat atong nga kasi secondary tirga matu arandir al young people and we can other bela sabi ul kora o nga sel kerengi briefly also me how you want marko ng October next question
alam ko ba? Hindi ako mula makngit.
Hindi ako sa nga mo tong trail ko ko wala may real business til
I know some people that have business at Tiding to start the load year.
okay
So enter into the help of the business here in Palau. I mean, nga niya ko maybe a little bit older than us, the youth, but a little bit older than us. Sila apna start shop artir, magit maybe, chef Gariga. Shout out to him. I've seen his post on Facebook. He always makes good. I think sing pokeball. His hot spicy sauce. That. So that's something that I've seen out there.
okay ela kami al amadingel was ta sel kil ki la shoba en kam al masamal madingay audo kum garala asmi audo lo ya kabang malu mo ka mental mo o ul mesel statam ki dal shoba le lang o di audo di so you have to go someplace in maudo del statra se valo ibno mara ori ka Michael whatever Michael requirement ra ngarasel ko kosing el mrure lang kami dong ulas nga o ya government ko ya development bank ko ya commercial bank how do you get capital to start the business
ako pang Meil kala different questioners al other business
dia o dia ka any startup how do you do startup business
Well, I don't think you necessarily have to get a loan to start your own business. I didn't get a loan. You can just start small and build from there. So first, like with my business, we just used what money that we had to order the ingredients online. But the ingredients that we ordered were in small quantities because we were only making small amounts. And when we were able to sell that money that we had, we used to buy more, and that's how we grew. So we didn't get a loan or anything like that. We were able to just start small and work from there. Yeah.
Hindi ko si Meil. I never started my business with a loan. Ako na din may start with whatever I had and then saved.
Yeah.
Of course, when I started, dim lang cloud profit, like I think Mia would know. Just save and then keep on saving. Sila earn money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makota I guess gidel mo ako ta mo uldaso.
I say.
Ongerong mo but it takes you and then
Yes.
mo sigaw do. Di let's face it. Kumultero ang mulbes miula. Kung ang ligar mo ang mulbes sila. Di ka ma kurang ka marang ligar baby na aram mo uldaso. Gidel mo sigaro le.
Hindi ako ligire mo lames ng ilwais.
Oh.
Ligire mo lames sa tirara interested ti. Ngakaldo makmal rin sa ti. Ngakam ni start marula igal handicraft. Yamle may ganira de $6 to $12 a day. For 27 years, sirabok merek yak mega $100 a day. Lekmle change ra instead ang red coral ma black coral yung mirala la al momringel. Maknora shell. Ito most timrula alla al momrula momkula umala shell. Dimno trocus egal sa mom. Makno turn mo regal luke na lelakim. Mendiwan de akrmula tuligal e ay. Seguida tu makno mega $100 a day mo $200 a day. Leki ili setia la al diol toy rangal di mun simrangak.
Ako na dito so sa kumle mega $600 a day.
Hindi sila bok niregen sel mrula tulay $100 a one. You make $200 a day.
Tansil so.
Hindi maldim nakataksel kara. Aktio marabeba, ma Tripoli, ma Mamd. Agil simple. Hindi kami amal lakim la start. You're gonna grow bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Kami ko mahara tax niya.
Tang, tirka ul makna-invite to tilmertiat tirka legitimate small business owners ang Ngirmang.
Din giredel
Oo.
seldo tax reform, giredel moru lamiu ndiakam hara tax.
Kahal ka dum ursegi del question el melwasang ara sa national governmental. And the era the borseng Ngirmang sel mulkoring il girela capital. Hala ko ay sergita at pela ro ko ingar ko ngaligir at stal maraul di tading maskulil morba malubet tadik mer the er other ability to provide a facility mangarang klel maududi to mul nga kadya ko le say le ngaligel bela misal batok ar white tira kang luway ka ma'am nga ka 14 arigi ke malam la neighbor's house oy say tenge amle say under some le first to okay ka nga balot say diak ngamli abli $10 hour brady way say de wa at $10 maska ay nga kakmal time aling girel 1 hour ali $10 an hour at 1983 yak 14 argi sel kuler ngi tirkal ngal luway kami mal small business owners mga share maas maruba say kitul tu reng ngal al sela randir ba sa dios sami ablo makal tanga 30 ratay maklisi ela patangir mato makarang sel do reng artireng Ngirmang say gid man dia kal capitol ang tirgadim la kalomo ada bliri dating marokul masterire luwayar ko ngaligirar maraw hindi ngaligel bela o machine de away gid maral saya o tia real true entrepreneurship luasen tangrat tirgel maral ngaringiraw do swir ngaringira rendir mata arir el dios o makmal tanga tartir el da albay el makalwasay akim karang artial temam may kalkim tu ringil kalda alpartir mela sel gukora question nga kalmle so akaloger tireng Ngirmang se what is your hope for Palau to be like for small businesses ngarasel ko raul to swiw el ko raul ngilu laklat ka luasabela el all time el corona guk mor matat o momesen ko raw ngara so miwa polwaya apol belaw most of ela way kami small mikakarel chobay small businesses startups alar mikakarel at amo thrive sabi el lomo ule msisi makakukam start te oli ako kalapamiyan.
So I guess what I hope for small businesses here in Palau, I hope that they, of course, a financial support on is there. Nganya SPDC, Small Business Development Center. Yeah. Shout out to them. They've hosted lots of events to help start up your business. We also have NDBP, Bank of all of the other banks for loans. So financial support ang say. Support from adults. Waigamiu, you're there for us too. I guess the difficult part from my experience, like you mentioned earlier, pasyo, your space. So when I first started and how Meil started, we just started at our house. I store get all cleaning supplies all at my house, which was fine adabli. But I just wanted to separate my stuff from them. So then, but not just that, but also just a place for people to come and meet me, to discuss things with me. I think having a place provided for us, like a public place, I could maybe a big space enough for small businesses to start. Like you said, a place where we can go and not pay a lot, but a place for us it really just helps to give power to what you're starting. A place where you can go to meet people and to discuss things and for them to see your products. Yeah. So.
Bela kahalik piskuya general question.
Okay. So what I would like to see, or what I'd hope to see, is to have more young people develop their own businesses, and also for us to be able to export our products. Because right now the U.S. Post Office does not allow people to ship their products for resale. So let's say a store in Guam wants to sell my sunscreen. I can't ship to them. The post office won't allow me to. So this is a big barrier in a lot of small businesses here in Palau who want to export for resale. So I hope that in the near future that we'll be able to do that, and that will.
How?
It needs to be negotiated in our compact of free association. So.
The SPS service.
It's another thing our government needs to do.
Malungil issue. Ilgirela government tergid nga.
Oy.
Nga dadure na. Tegid agora question le gorgme. Nga ka candidate masine. Ya tara adsentar nga ka omisetial program housing rebela. Ago miseni kung diakal salungil.
Oy.
Akura di imagine ra waigmiu matilgibel klorgmiu. Mlamu uriore ora mlamu ngana. Ondasak mo esomiu dasio bai. Okmo magdama baby ra ke ludodang malbato ka ludodang ngarbe laul made to be loaned. Ekadama remu la gora apartments ngara studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom ngara 115 mo $300 a month. Magora commercial facility sabi ul morngi o makit. Ay gagi the product ng raw this will gire like. Junta sa kuna mo time il gire the change tial Udesuall.
Yes.
Il gire la umrul blay.
Oy.
Il accommodate tiagi the generation.
Yes.
Nara ko raw Udesuall gire change so agar meng sakamento gumil so agar meng sakamento gumil gire.
Why say I agree with what you said. Creating more studios or apartments for youths and young adults to be able to afford and to be at, I think is really great investment for Palau's future. There's some young couples here who have one child, but they have to stay with their parents, but they don't have the privacy that they can for their own little family. Also for businesses, if me and Mia can share a place, she can. It's a win-win situation. We both get a place. I advertise her stuff, she advertises my services, and it's affordable for both of us. And it's a space that can accommodate both of us. So I feel like that's a great investment for something for Palau to think of for the upcoming young adults and youths here in Palau.
Makahalo ko kayo. Ilan temela senkyo.
Kahit rin siya.
Alam ko ka, siya Miel, selgo ka, and Cyril Morsel. Sa ungil gere mo dalong
I really agree with what you said. We should have sort of a housing program for young families and young people. I think that's another reason why our young people and people who move out of Palau don't come back.
So how do you do it? It's enough to describe a problem which we all know.
I think she's about to tell you. I was nga ako Udesuall.
Him, itigar mo more obisaruli. You know, it's not. I mean, this is time. So, come describe us in mga.
Tirakal terong aramurte Miel, taramurte mo senator, maulman sorry raw the suit. Tirakal so is a verses startal malu sa ikala al supporter.
Matigar aramurte mo President Michael. We want to hear you people.
Kami the very well go to Udesuall.
Because I think our minimum wage, we cannot live off of that with our living expenses and the prices of living in an apartment or stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know how to, do that. That's the job of our government leaders is to do that. To, I don't know, find the money to make a space or an apartment or something like that so that people can afford to live there.
Ako ay Sequeira-Holm
Oli.
Nania 15 million loan at Taiwan. Because I spend almost 8 million and build 100 houses. We have the rest still there. Manure policy change kada fulfill the aspirations. Ngirmang malgora adal candidate el moral government to misaila. Ay labok champion ngin.
Mahal mo dalong yung kulo ko era. Kami ro ako remorta. Dakadil mo dalong mangirmang. Kami ro ako remorta mga president, vice president, mga senate, mga house, mga governors mo mreng sa arang local vela magkakarel at diakal tiro ko di sorry be employed el oso ka minimum wage sabi mo sa tayla tira ka nga niya kalta albartir mal sabi ilo mo ala so bartir matira kal terum la mo mas ayan mal maklo to talent koy tiagi da mal so ka bolong da suriyar atal mo senkyo e mga dato tira kal candidate sa kamilo se obong engirel mo niya pasyol mo marul el tiakadil housing apodom tasweringe mo dalong housing el sabiir are young people el mo sabiil afford sabiil lo mo el magkakarel studio marang klel el sabiil rent malakadil alisoy stir mar atraplirir sent mal close to talel adire el bong del lebasyo nga kamlames regal maklol balu maklol kora warehouse malubeng expo el mo kakaro cycle room sa ringil sabiir tirgal magkakarel adal dit mura al sel e rent maluob et kombrule rent 13 mal mo gakarem sabiir mo e omo like al shobartir cleaning services products and services mar artist mar musicians mar kukra adal soril malu sa news ta makarang pol sabiin nga niya basyol laboringi en tiang mal gakarel capital national government ta sab el ruli tirgal mi gakarel atal labora al sel en tapel rent ngidil dungwa rent til man morio mlosubel mo masisi ay kal startup sector adire kalon tigel mor kami ul candidates pombre letrit tirgal mi gakarel atal dir ko mo ala bukal mo tax break tarak at least mal sabiir lo mo legal siya partir el mikakare el oral man morsel point el mlamo mature el mlamo sabiir el masisi el wal masera karura gid el economy gid adire besides the housing ma facilities mal suwak tel national development bank mudalong yung Ngirmang ay gal small businesses agiren morio interest rate ringi hindi akal sabiran mi kakarel atal way tirgal dir gulumo le material subel melu sa business plans, ma projections, tiril san mal ngarbaba, commercial loans are say at 10%. Mang saya suakar candidates al direk al bolong daswringi, tirakal bora senate, al bolong al tangat, tumrulala. Es el lorulala, ang kirel ingel buk mo ba es el president, ma vice el tamongil laureol, ma laureol, mormula igal mo sab el kiri war magkarel at, mar arangaray krel belon magkarel at direk al mo mesel kami wase. Oh, kumama direk al asab amal morvela, ko open rangaral bookstore, ang coffee shop. Thrift store, ano ba gigay gidon magkarel. Maling, tumla namang stiral candidates at yang material nga rin krel, thanks to Palau Wave.
Makahaligugan na kami tiyara ela.
Ngirmang sel kadalala karin, ready.
Kaya gid kamama mlaway ang klungyo. Hindi at yang kom karar ela nga igagid Udesuall. Asab iul channel malo kom moral el moracablement trigid. Michael الممكن لا تيجي ده أقوم مثل ما يعمل لا ده قوم لا وابتر هذا بلا ولدي أبصر مركم قوم ديوم مثلا من تقليد راتيبي ده مستي ديجا بويس له نعم ده نلتيرا أقول مثلا على هاي سكول ما نقول ماتش تيار لاين يملو سبابير يمو ترى testify a hearing لولدو برا من تقليد بلا سب كاجي ده ولدو سوام بكير تقرأ بلو إلا قوم مثلا أبصر kung rikra cellphone kami ma du ma apartment kami mamli ma clean e ko dia ka man ko public awareness ra kumisra ma participation larngas le for example ngam sa time belaw ngal ra college high school may ka debate ra national issues belaw a status gida esa micro sa constitutional gida ay kamol mutra school mutra debate high school level ila gumesa ngal ka angles ang klolat de bolori muti mo urtir ito toreng se direk dia ka question urtira do mes ngaring ya way civil channel ay galul de swiu el mora complementary especially why el time I don't see de gustram gi adel nga ogi margil Michael tolo ko masado namo ko Udesuall nga roba ako instigate hindi ako suyo ko magradil with tel government gid
era le bolong era til ang Ngirmang digo ay so sen ngidal maklol ang da bestrira telir kami maklol ako albong nga kalokay margitos ngang buktal new arrival nga merti maklol out bestrira mi kada la ka telir morwang Ngirmang amle early 20s metra high school o march debate tayga
emro sa petition
mi kada la ka telir
dimle ka mam serta
mi other all bill pom open ay gantong liw mali akor may kada la at meldong okle lorang sa session or kami hindi ka kantin ang mga taklel bala nga ramong yung mutulong amili ka ma'am lagi man ka high school lagi mo ra session may ki dong okle ta arangal ka school may torreng magi o may sortire maral wow tirakaya
ay gaman nga ni ay garogul tokon mo sa ay gading nga ni ra government tergit al nga ni session el somiu you are free to attend observe lengani a gallery regal both houses rule gere la gigi sevira
ada mo observe tidak kan ngal kan ka til manale hol
hindi ka ngani high school ngani organizations el school el guk obtetrir a groups tir el mo attend a gagi de session may gagi de activities ragat sur el fes el ngani al sel belao ay gaya motivate ang algar belaw nga different areas ra government gida nga school ma are youth rabek la do mga ni gal youth activities ra hamlet ra orior magal baby rablu ma sports mga ni
o nga
kardeo spell mo o increase
ada government mo dolong leadership elang ang kantami ng mga sa dire kalmal maral to igal lulukol sir route ka mamigim youth agi magi sun mora walk and run lol du barangi leng kami rol morta المقلول at komos pera mi kagel at tirgaya future hindi kita dal inviter tir lagu cloud inviter tir tala ko rawase Ngirmang tala ko rawa giklos makaragi kukti mo oral mon morsel olbil mot morsel session room
Ja, se vedel mo mister att det är lite ramlande att
kako ni Meil lang ko mo lesel question ra Ngirmang no se
Ja, det är mo close med det bästa chance att mo gel gora lastel tiging.
I see.
well Ngirmang sel question ringa say what do you think you can do as a youth ngarasab ilruli mo affect tiale atletele la bela the way it's moving forward my leadership matirgal ramurta thank you esel bomrege esel last question nga ako kwaseng ngarasab you share to other people mabol inspire dire kan mamru legal small business way kami makababong Meil ko pang Oli you can take turns.
So that first question is about how I can affect the.
What do you think are the actions? Ang rasa ngaro ba mal action men. Mas ang regel action. Umamdas wa kami mikakarel ada sa remove. Mo affect igal pato issues ang ngaring belar elang, especially el corona, COVID time, election time. Ang maraming more matap.
I think most of the time as youth we think that we don't really have a voice or we don't have a say in these type of things. But I think it's important that when we talk to our governmental leaders, they listen because, you know, they're kids, kids of Palau. So in my experience in talking to senators in the Congress, during my senior year, I talked to Senator Kyoto and Senator Raklai, I believe, with a bunch of my other people from PMA, and we talked to them about passing a bill to ban plastic bags. So we talked to them about the loopholes in the law that they could fix, and it was really powerful to talk to people in these high places and actually see them hear us out and then have that law passed. So it's really empowering for a young person to know that they have power to make change. And I want more young people to realize that these our leaders, they listen to us. Our voices, our opinions, they matter. And they're powerful, and so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I really agree with what Meil said. A lot of the times, we get, I guess, stage fright till the because we would fear the more. That's for me personally. Say kita kara rulakan mo. Stage fright or hesitant mo na daw.
Aling raman di ako mo korbela.
Gira ka di practice
Oh, I see.
Ako naman lang mo modernize with our cell phone, mga social media, mga school.
Kantitar mo clothes.
But traveling, out, exploring, learning more English and so the better now is. So ding honest gira di practice on a daily basis.
Makakudira ko namda sa hanggang kasi why ko am klol ada ignore me makaplement hindi ka express yourself.
I wouldn't say that they ignore us, but I think we have to take the initiative to communicate with them.
Not be scared.
Yeah.
Even though those are my fears, I have to put those aside and do this for the greater good. Yeah. But overall, I agree with what Meil said.
Okay.
Tiya kita understanding nga kay mo dalong mga Ngirmang ikal lul ko tiral terror dila se they'll take the initiative and make a at and titos pe erikit kami maklol at mga taklel listen.
People are listening.
Yes. Oh yes, thank you Palawe. Okay.
Okay, madalo ay ulubong ang mamguk tuigil ko ulubong tingin mo sa mo mereka lekor kau.
Yes, a question and korali dara tel closing kami say what can you share to other young people of Palau to help them know about startups or small business in Palau. Close and sell so masing raso mi other bela ko tingel kiri marada show ba kami. Makakupam start.
So maybe a little bit of I can share about my experience of starting up a small business is it's not gonna be easy at first, especially if you're doing services like cleaning. It takes a lot of your time, but just know that you have to just take it one step at a time and know that family and friends are there to support you, and also Palau is there to support you. It's been a difficult journey for me doing the cleaning services. I've had to turn down some, and at the same time I'm really just learning as I go on. It's really my first time. It's my first time to pay tax. It's my first time to talk about adults about them paying me. Like, you need to pay me. Akmal Marur say, but because you have a business, that's what you need to learn how to do. Even you need, and my sister also, and my friends are like, you need to have that conversation. Akmal, uncomfortable. Really, I'm not a person who can handle money with other people. But that's something that I'm learning now. It's a great experience that I've been going through. You're really learning a lot of new stuff, and it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable from my experience. But just take it one step at a time and know that there's support there for you, and you can achieve anything. And for me and Meil are here showing that example, and we're there to support other youths to start up their own small businesses. Sula.
I agree with Oilai. When I started my business, we started small and built from there, and it was not easy. I had to learn about managing our money, my inventory of all my ingredients and the products we made. It's a lot of hard work, but it really is worth it. It's so nice seeing people like enjoy my products, posting them online.
Wow.
So being in a community like Palau, having your own business, it's really great because everybody really supports you. And that's really important when you start a business. So I definitely encourage more young people. Don't be afraid to start your own businesses, whatever it may be, whether it's services, making your own products, arts and crafts even. So go after what you want, and you have to put the hard work into it.
The hard work and time.
Yes.
That's what I've also dealt with. So maybe I want to do everything with my friends, my family, and my work thing. You also need to put in the time also, and sacrifice also.
Yes.
Man masauli sa elatila kita sa cycle second mo celebrate ra alui melol maral do rich lilak melam lo ilak kita dim ilak right al dim lagi dim ngismo akla adrgit control akla ngargit ma future ikid mon mo isi elam la mului ma elol marak tila ikid klisi ring lo singirem mo ilak el dikaw sum klias ashobar ka maklangar ka bring low roll produce kad mot makarro ko rulit yal roll mom sisi mala akmal hapilo meser miulen mama timbrem ke mama ne wai kami idri kal timbrem ke undas lo do berti abru stegi del moto ko ritmo da kar e uni rangi dil at kid e mo kid low roll mring ngarngi da do reng kid marngu dos kuat ang e roll mring kidela ablu belau kina klingar kami makmal el proud more community sa lo ay se Irene was tirga de la rak Di ako besal wasi ngari rolil mo da kam di ako ngin dim la ako ng tri de kal am le fixing ngim di ako ngin di ako besal wasi ngari rolil berak di dire mas mi aru kurtir makara buai wasi ak matar mi molmol me kureng lo se apa ta ngas kala ada belau loral mel morise ki de rengertir lo mo la das masyo bai mo ko kliti au un ko msisir blu di wasi gide Ada isi kabo Irene mulmusum
Oy, akman mereng asulir pekla dalul mes Udesuall el altutao el ang Friday el September 18th. Mang maldik meto nga primary election marbekla da mal gora excited alway sayit hindi ka communitero nga mal mlepring aspekto or del waseng akla ivela rigi da mal gire dalom das way gi del waseng ra sab et ruli ra ku kalsel belaw mal malo da dia lal ubel bola kaskogi ekit ka makarang ya kay nga seuro kuy makmal man nga sule la Meil Sequeira-Holm ma Oilai Chilton regal malungil show partir a Pure Vida Palau ma EOJ Cleaning Services mal encourage other bela wase for the support that are make other ki del tira o small business a show baile a success behind every country niya developed as small businesses alwaygit mo mal masaul gukta po ta kasawes ra next week ra Friday